Hey everybody, back again with some more of the Warface closed beta on the Xbox 360. For this episode, I decided to hop in and do some of the co-op missions. This was a drop into an existing game. The guys here just took out the heavy gunner, hit a checkpoint, which then allowed the existing players and me as a new player to spawn into the mission. For this one, I want to look at some of the mechanics more than just the gameplay. You've probably seen enough to know how the game handles. On your screen, on the bottom right, on the HUD, you'll see a couple different things. One of the most interesting that I found under the grenade counter, under the little heart, which is your resurrection coins, which we'll talk about in a moment, you will see a kind of a silhouette of your character, whether they're standing or crouching or what have you. And about knee level, you will actually see a small red line. And that is actually part of your sprint meter. The gray background behind your character, as you run, that will kind of drain out towards the bottom of the screen. And once it gets past that red line, it means you're really close to being fatigued and your dash is about to run out. So I thought that was kind of neat. You actually see exactly how far you have to run. I know certain people will just instinctively know it after playing a couple rounds, how far and how fast and how long and all that sort of stuff. But I thought it was a nice feature. Here in the co-op, you do get to use a lot more of the unique character powers. It's more than just different weapons that you have in the team deathmatch and everything. The medic will be definitely called upon to heal other players. The engineer will occasionally, have to set up a mine. For me, I pretty much used the mines offensively, and you'll see that in some other co-op modes, co-op battles that we have in the future. What you're seeing there, that flashing red, that means up in the tower, a sniper is actually using a laser sight, and they've honed in on me. It's kind of neat because it does help give you warning, because sometimes these snipers are way out of bounds, way out of your range, and nowhere that you're going to be able to see them. You'll just get picked off. And that has happened a couple of times. But I like that. It's an interesting mechanic. You're looking at them, they're looking straight at you. It also can help your allies. There was a spot where I was trying to attack a certain area, and I was moving up towards a sniper, and he had a dead beat on me. But luckily enough, a fellow soldier actually took him out before he got a shot at me, and it showed it not like a kill assist, but it says you are protected by player X, which I think is a nice feature. Over the different characters, you'll see icons saying their armor is low, they need healing, they need ammo, which is always a neat little thing. It does encourage the co-op aspect of the gameplay, making sure that healers go where they're needed, that sorry, watching that grenade there. No damage. The engineers can go and repair your armor, or that the rifleman can go and refill your ammunition. Here, playing against a second heavy gunner, the trick to these guys is simply you have to get behind them, and they have an energy pack on their back. Has a big white glowing dot, which pretty much tells you shoot here. So pretty much if you can get 2 soldiers still alive, you have a good chance of beating him. 3, 4, what have you, they go down pretty quickly. Again, your crosshairs will give you a damage indicator showing when you've hit them. Plus they do have a life bar. Again, not super realistic, but I don't think this game is going for hyper realism. None of these games are, unless you're playing on like severe hardcore mode and one-shot kills and all that sort of stuff. As you can see, as the engineer, I have a number of options available to me, things I can use. I selected a loadout that gave me a regular grenade, I think I had a smoke grenade, a cry war grenade, which is something I think proprietary to the Crisis universe, at least to Crytek themselves, plus my standard claymore. What you can see there is I have upgraded my newly purchased submachine gun with a better scope, or at least a sight, pardon me. And a lot of those things, scopes, handles for your guns, additional guns as well, can be unlocked. Yay, I killed the heavy. You can unlock those things in the game modes themselves by doing your vendor modes, where they'll say, hey, when you accumulate so much VP, vendor points, through your missions, by getting more kills, by whatever criteria they have. I think right now it may just be kills. You earn enough vendor points to unlock new items. Right now I am working on a additional handle, a front handle for the firearms. I hope to unlock a nice shotgun for the medic here in a couple of days. Between missions here, I am hooking everybody up with some additional armor. Not only does this help your people be more damage resistant, it also gives you more experience points, or whatever points you're accumulating during the battle that get distributed however they do. This was a fun little mission here in all the fire. I should have listened to the female military lady. She said stay in the crash site. I'm like, hey, nothing's happening. Why would you stay here? This is kind of boring. So I just walk around. It's like, are we really just supposed to stay within this, fiery border? I see some exclamation points, some Metal Gear Solid indicators of here's bad guys. Stepping out of the fire definitely brought some bad guys. I don't know if I was constantly being hurt during that, or if it was just simply saying, get the fuck back where you're supposed to be. But the flashing red screen indicated I definitely need to get back in that border. I do significantly better in the co-op mode than I do in deathmatch modes. I don't know why. Maybe it's just the difference between playing against AI versus human players. I actually get some decent kills in this. You can see right now it says I have a 2x multiplier. I don't know what it is multiplying, but that does quickly get built up to I think a 5x, which may be the maximum you can get for your multipliers. The small machine gun and the machine pistol that I'm using here are right now some of the more reliable weapons. A lot of the combat that I've been getting into has been close range, so the aim at long range deficit that the submachine guns have, not really a factor, but they have a greater rate of fire than the more powerful shotguns. So if you miss, you can still hone in and take somebody out. Different players will develop different attack and play styles, and I think the variety of weapons that you can pick up either through your purchases or even just through picking up enemy weapons or your fallen comrade weapons on the battlefield will give people a lot of flexibility. One of the things that we haven't talked about much, we've already talked about you can get some in-game cash. We've talked about how you can get paid credits, but there's also a third currency called crowns. I've mentioned them just briefly earlier on when I didn't know exactly what they were or how you earned them. Crowns are awarded similarly to medals in a number of other games. It shows, when you beat a stage with the least amount of time. If you beat it within 15 minutes, you get this. If you beat it within 12, you get this. If you beat it with 10, you get the gold. So it's like 5 crowns, 10 crowns, 15 crowns, or what have you. Now these are valuable currency because it looks like there are certain items that you can get only with crowns. So it encourages you to really maximize your efforts, to replay through these levels over and over to try and get the best results. Some people say the repetition of a level just over and over like that isn't going to be fun because you're just memorizing spawn points and such. But from what I can tell, while these have generalized similar spawn points, the enemy movements are fairly fluid. They don't seem to be trapped in certain patterns where they're going to always come at you the same way. And so I really do appreciate the way that they do kind of reinforce the idea of co-op play to make the stages run more smoothly. That's something where I think that Crytek have done really well for themselves. At this point, not a lot more needs to be said about the gameplay itself. All the mechanics have already been covered, and they do work really well. I have not encountered any significant glitches since my random medic jerk-off hand gestures. There was one time in the helicopter as we were being ferried between stages. See, fucking sniper. I used a resurrection coin there. Those are things I've been earning them for free, like 1 a day when you log in. But you can also purchase those with credits. During the beta, I think you get a pack of like 25. And so the benefit of those, sorry I got sidetracked here, but in a mission, if you get knocked down, you get killed, you can either wait for a medic to come and resurrect you within 25 seconds or what have you, or use a coin. If you're waiting and the medic doesn't get to you, you die until the next checkpoint. Then you will respawn. If you want to respawn right away, or if all the medics are dead and you want to get back into the game, you can go ahead and use a coin. So I think that's going to be a big cash cow for them, because people are going to say, I don't want to sit around always and wait, so I am going to be willing to pay X amount of money to go ahead and hook myself up with some extra res coins to keep actively playing and to help assist my team, just to cut down on the wait time. There he is, little armored bastard. Nice. But I'll just let the rest of this game kind of speak for itself. Oh, wait. I take that back, because I'm going to tell you about the other glitch that I did see. We were in a helicopter getting evac'd out, exfiltration if you will. And as is common in games of this nature, the other guys decided to play some tomfoolery and started stabbing, shooting, whatever. And so I was like, you know what? I'm tired of this bullshit. So I fucking just lobbed a grenade. I just like fucking dropped it at our feet. I was the only one who died. But as the helicopter was moving, I started to, almost like a ghost, float through the helicopter. I was floating in the air. I could float through the top of the helicopter to see what was around it. Everybody was like, you know, who the fuck died? And like, it was me. I committed suicide because you guys are being tools. But that glitch I don't expect to happen too frequently. If it does happen again, I will try and capture it on film, and I will send that to Crytek for resolution. But I will let you guys just watch the rest of the fight here. And hopefully you guys will get some beta codes of your own, and I will see you all online. Enjoy the fight.
Is inbound. Prepare for extraction.
Grenade! Gunner down! Push ahead!
Proceed to the helicopter. Great job, team. Prepare for evac.